It all started with a funky smell coming from the trash. In that moment, I knew I had to do something. I spent some time in deep self-reflection. How did it come to this? And then I did the only thing you can do in such a situation. I took the trash can outside and brought out the water hose. This experience made me realize I should probably deep clean my kitchen. Well, I wanted to set myself up for success, so we fueled up.
Just coffee. Coffee?
And I decided to start with my microwave. So I brought out the Angry Mama. You just fill it with vinegar to the fill line and then with water the rest of the way. And you put it together and pop it in your microwave for 3 minutes. And this thing works really well to soften up all the grime that's in your microwave. Now, if you don't have one of these and maybe you don't want to clutter up your space with one, you can just use a coffee mug. Just be careful when you're getting it out because the coffee mug will be hot. I know from experience. Next, you just let it sit for about a minute. Once that's done, there won't be very much liquid left in her, as you can see. And look how easily the mess wipes up. That's why this Angry Mama is allowed to stay in her house. Sometimes another one sneaks in there. Maybe me. But that is something that I've been working on. Louisa May Alcott, in her book Little Women, said of mothers, "You are the sunshine maker of the family, and if you get dismal, there is no fair weather." And the author of some of my favorite childhood books, Laura Ingalls Wilder, said, "Let's be cheerful. We have no more right to steal the brightness out of the day of our own family than we have to steal the purse of a stranger. Let us be careful that our homes are furnished with pleasant and happy thoughts, as we are that the rugs are the right color and texture and the furniture comfortable and beautiful." For instance, the old me would maybe grumble that I have to clean the dishwasher, but instead I can choose to be thankful that I have a dishwasher. What a luxury. So what's the secret to not becoming an angry mama, to having joy in housekeeping? Anne Voskamp said, "But when Christ is at the center, when dishes, laundry, work is my song of thanks to Him, joy reigns." So I joyfully clean this stove. Cleaning the stove used to be such a hassle, and I would spend forever scraping it with a little razor. But, my friends, this is a miracle product, if I do say so myself. You just spray your stove with water, sprinkle this all over, and you don't even have to let it set. You can just start wiping. I don't even want to say scrubbing because you don't have to put much pressure and elbow grease into it. And I hope you can see the difference in this video. I don't know if it shows as well, but it makes such a huge difference in just getting the grime off, like super quickly. So I highly recommend Barkeeper's Friend for cleaning your glass stovetop. There have been many times in my homemaking and motherhood journey where I felt like these sorts of tasks were totally meaningless. Cleaning my kitchen was pointless because I would clean it and then I would have to clean it again, sometimes that same day. I would get so discouraged because I felt like none of it would last. I wanted to do something great that would last forever, not just cleaning the knobs on my oven. So I adopted a "what's the point" attitude. And I was a pretty miserable homemaker. I'd hear quotes like, "Her home is a reflection of her love, a sanctuary of warmth and peace, a place where her family can find solace and comfort. Her presence is felt in every corner." while her love brings joy and light to all who dwell within. From the 7 Virtues of a Proverbs 31 Bible Study. Yikes, my presence definitely hasn't been felt in this corner for a while. I did want to be like the virtuous woman, but it just felt so unachievable. In my mind, she was this mythical, unreachable creature. I just couldn't be her. The only creature I seemed to be with ease was the angry mama. But I've come to realize and accept that it's not God's will for my life to go out and build the 8th wonder of the world. His will is for me to be faithful in these little things, to do them well and happily, in service to Him and out of love for my family. Because after all, the most important work you will ever do will be within the walls of your own home. And your most important disciples are sitting at your kitchen table. So things like running vinegar through my hot pot are not so meaningless anymore. And though I don't know about every corner of my house, my presence is definitely more felt in this corner after cleaning it. Gross. Now let me be clear, I am definitely not claiming that I have it all together and I fit the description of the Proverbs 31 woman. No, I've still got a lot to learn. But it doesn't feel so unachievable now. And I'm not so miserable all the time. I actually enjoy housekeeping. I'm happy to be home with my children. Sally Clarkson said, "It was in studying Scripture and seeking God that I found peace and freedom to become the mother I needed to be for my own family." You see, studying Scripture and seeking God is the only way to find joy in this sort of life, because it's natural to be conformed to this world. Only God can transform you by renewing your mind. That's why I can have joy in doing these little mundane tasks, such as cleaning my counters and scrubbing out gunk from around my sink. Because even if no one else in the whole world ever sees or notices, even if I feel like it's a thankless job, even if I'm going to have to do it again tomorrow, when I'm doing it for the Lord, it will last for eternity. I'm understanding this more as I think about my children. I want to teach them to be like Jesus. Jesus came to serve. How can I be like Him if I'm not even willing to serve my own family? This quote by Laura Whiffler says it nicely. It doesn't have to be just vacuuming, scrubbing, or washing. When done in service to the Lord with love and care and an understanding that all is for the Lord, then those old wood floors are not just floors. They're sacred ground, hallowed. Because you are not just running a vacuum over the crumbs, you are offering worship to your God. Wow. Well, if you're still with me, we've made it through cleaning just about everything but the kitchen sink. So let's do that now. First, you're just gonna clear it all out. You can put your sponges and things you keep right in the dishwasher. I'm gonna use Carpet Odor Eliminator. It is baking soda basically, but it's scented. You can also use plain baking soda with some essential oil. Added a little dish soap, and then pour in your white vinegar. Watch how it bubbles up on both sides. It's so satisfying. Feel the clean. Go ahead and rinse it out. I turned on my garbage disposal just to give it an extra little boost. Dry out your sink, and voila! You will be very happy with the results, and it will smell great. Also, a side tip, if your little garbage disposal stopper is gross, you can get a new one on Amazon for cheap. Now for the finishing touches. Take your dirty towels and cloths and throw them in the washing machine and get out some fresh ones. kitchen is nice and clean. You can sit on the couch and relax knowing that it's done. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you will like and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this.